Critically Chaotic is a rowdy Dungeons & Dragons podcast that consists of adult themes and humor. Content warnings for this episode can be found in the episode description as well as a link to transcripts. Queen, who plays Mogan, was unable to attend this week's session, and so is absent from today's episode. Rest, weary traveler, and enjoy.
In the last episode, the Vox Anima took their first official job for the Mercenaries Guild. On their adventure to the Quell Plains, they dealt with the aftermath of Jerome's scones, played a very lucky game of cards, and discovered that a seemingly normal family may be hiding a dark secret. Now our heroes must figure out how to rescue their charge without drawing too much attention to themselves.
Before I make any decisions on my own, I go ahead and go back up along the web back to Leif and Bay, and transform back into a person once I'm out of the house, and I go, yeah, they definitely have a person tied up in their basement.
Well, was there like any evidence of like other people that might have been there before, like bones, or was it just her?
It was just her. Just all I saw was her.
Oh, you can't untie her and come back.
I mean, I have a second wild shape.
Yeah, but you couldn't. You would have to transform out of wild shape and then turn back into to be able to safely come back out. Yeah, she would have to come out by herself. Was there any alternate form, like exits, while you were in there, or was it just the one?
It was just the one little room. A little wine cellar.
I don't know if we should go in sneakily like this because there's so many dogs, or if we should just go back in the morning and be like, we know, give them to us or we burn your house down. Like, it feels bad to say it, but also like they kidnapped a girl, so like, you know, it's kind of justified that we threaten them a little bit. We're not going to threaten their kids though, that's kind of too dark.
The best case scenario would be that we go in there and get her and don't wake anyone up, but that's...
The thing is that I don't want it to just be the three of us, because if we notify them and it gets physical, then they have to run over, and we don't know how long that would take. We might be down by that point.
I know, and Snow is our healer.
We could go in now, element of surprise and all that, but still get the others and force a confrontation, catch them off guard, instead of having them prepared. Because right now they're unarmed and sleeping.
Well, I do have the spell Charm Person.
I also have that spell.
Oh?
Yeah.
I guess if they attack us, we could try and charm them and be like, let that girl go. And they could bring her out. I feel like that's better than trying to sneak in, because that just might end up with the three of us dead and Jerome and Snow being left out. We could do like a charm chain.
Whether we do it in the morning or the evening,
yes.
Or now, I think it's best if we force a confrontation with them, and I personally am wondering if we shouldn't do it now, just when we have the advantage.
No, I was thinking Are you want to do it now?
I'm thinking we get Snow and Jerome and have the advantage of surprising them with this confrontation, rather than being awake and aware fully, in the morning, but would being confused and half awake confused by what the fuck's going on give us advantage on the charm.
It would depend on what you did, because if you like break into their house and they're waking up to an invasion, I think even if they're sleepy and confused, they aren't going to be really more easily charmed by the people breaking into their house.
Yeah, their saving throws at advantage if we're fighting it. So we could, try... Technically, it's verbal and somatic. It doesn't say you have to be talking to them. It just says you attempt to charm a humanoid. You can see within range, and it has a range of 30 feet.
We can attempt to sneak in, and if they wake up, then we can quickly charm them.
Yeah, first sign of them waking up, we could. We could also... I have 2 spell slots, so I can do 2 charms if one of them wakes up. Like, we could try and get through this window and then charm the parents. Probably bring Jerome and Snow a little bit closer. And then charm the parents, and if a dog wakes up, then we could just try and charm it as well.
I don't think a charm person spell would work on a dog.
Oh, yeah, I think it says humanoid. Yeah, it's a humanoid.
Yeah.
Never mind, a dog wouldn't work. It's a charm person.
But you got me.
Hey! There you go. Cool. So that's a plan. We go back, bring them closer, try and break in. If they wake up, we charm them.
Wait, can we see... We can't see Jerome and Snow from here, can we, Xaan?
I mean, if they're, peeking over the hill, then you can see a bit of them, but...
I feel like we also need to tell them that the girl is actually there and to be ready, because we're going in.
Yeah, because my only problem is if we go back to them, we will have to sneak past that wolf again.
Well, who of us could stay here by the house and wait while the other one gets, informs them, and one person sneaking past is not as...
Well, Xaan, last time we were going in through the front to look at those tracks, if we came through the back, would we have to again? Because we wouldn't be kind of near the dog?
If you're staying at the back and you're doing, a very wide berth, then I think no, but if you're, going back around to the front, then I think you need to roll again, because enough time has passed that you would have to re-stealth yourself.
Yeah, I think we should do the wide berth and purposely make a path around the dog.
Okay.
Do we want 2 of us to stay here, or to all go?
I feel like Kareus and I are probably the best to stay, just in case Actually, no, Kareus is probably the best to leave, just in case he attracts the dog's attention. He can do the animal thing. Cool, so Leif and I are going to stay here.
Okay. Kareus backs off and carefully moves around the back of the house and takes a wide berth to go back up to Jerome and Snow.
Okay. I'll say that you're able to get there without too much trouble because you're taking a very wide path.
Okay. Oh, so they definitely have the girl.
Of course they do.
Of course they do. We're hoping to try and charm the parents so as not to avoid as much bloodshed as possible, because there are children. We wanted to get you two first, so that you could at least be closer or be there, before this started, so you don't have to run in.
Alright, is there a better way to get there so that I don't have to worry about stealthing, because I am rather noisy with my chainmail?
I think if we, it seemed to go alright when I took a wide berth to go around the back of the house. The Leif and they are waiting by the window, so I think if we try to do that, we should be okay.
Sure. But you guys are stopping not at the house, right? I don't think you should come all the way to the house, just
We could sit around back so you can call us if necessary.
Yeah, I was thinking in the back of the house, army in the grass,
Yeah.
or in the fields or whatever they have there. Just that you're in shouting distance.
So I'll just perhaps you guys should handle the indoor stuff, and we'll be right around back of the house in case you need us.
You can just give us a holler if you need anything, or if we hear anybody else giving a holler or a howl, we'll be like, yo,
Yes.
it's go time.
Full on screaming.
Yes. Okay, sounds good.
No, I think I'll just hang back on full on screaming. I'm good there.
Alright, so we follow Kareus with the same path, but Jerome and I stay at the back of the house while he continues.
Okay.
Can I climb on top of the house?
Please
would
don't.
like to
You
try.
have disadvantage on
Jerome,
everything.
please don't.
Please don't.
Jerome, please. Snow, grab his arm.
I was gonna say, I just put my hand on top of his shoulder and hold him down.
As funny as that would be, I'm scared for Jerome.
If there's somebody physically holding him back, he won't do it, but he'll look forlornly up there
Don't get us killed, Jerome.
I am physically holding you to the ground. I'm just no.
Jerome,
Kareus
no.
Stay.
Bad Jerome.
Stay.
I'll give you a treat later, God.
On the one hand, I ain't a dog, so that's a little bit insulting. But on the other hand, I do really like treats, so I can live with that.
I come back to Leif and Vey and I say, Snow and Jerome are waiting just at the back of the house in case anything goes wrong.
Okay, well, I guess we're doing this, guys.
Yeah. Holy shit. Okay, let's go. It's not what I expected this to happen, but it's cool.
Are we trying to sneak in through the window or just go ahead and charm them while they're sleeping? I wasn't clear on that.
I think we should go in through the window, and then if they, start waking up, then we cast it. Not just, shifting in their sleep, but, they're meh, and their eyes open. As soon as their eyes open, we charm.
Sorry. Was that an eye-opening sound?
Yep. They're really oily. They have really busted eye hinges. We climb through the window.
Okay, I need each of you to roll stealth at disadvantage because you're squeezing yourself through this window.
This is great. This is great, guys.
I'm so scared, guys.
Can I also, reach around and whoever I touch gets guidance?
We're are we 30 feet away?
Yeah, you're a good distance away.
No!
So choose who of you is going in first, because all three of you don't go in at once. So if one of you wakes up the people by going in a bad stealth, I need to know who's inside and who's outside.
I will go in. I think Leif should go in last, because then Kareus and I can do the charm. So Kareus first, then me, then Leif.
Yeah.
Tiefling sandwich. Here we go.
Is there a disadvantage because they're sleeping? Please? Because they're perception checks?
Yeah, let me roll for...
Yes, they should also have disadvantage.
Let me roll for all three of them, because there's a dog there, and then...
There's three of them.
So stressful.
A wolf!
Well, if we charm the people, they'll call back the dog. So...
Okay.
I just feel like this isn't gonna go well.
Okay, so, Kareus, what did you get?
12?
Okay. So, you head in there, you're moving as carefully as you can. You make a bit of sound as you land on the ground inside. You almost stumble, but you catch yourself, and you quickly look over, and they shift a bit, but they do not wake up.
I got a 13.
Same thing. You get in a little bit easier because you have Kareus in there to help you, to support you.
Can I help Leif through?
Yes.
Okay. Do I still roll with disadvantage?
Pray to God. I pray to God, Xaan.
We're helping him through, Xaan, please. There's two people helping him on the other side.
Oh, I mean, I rolled twice, and I think I'm good either way, but...
Yeah, what did you get, Sayla?
I rolled a 20 and then I rolled a 13.
Yeah, you're also okay getting in there.
Okay, first step.
They've all shifted a bit, so they seem to be a bit more awake. A bit less disadvantaged, mayhaps.
You can prepare a spell, right?
You can have it readied as an action.
Could I do that with Charm Person?
Yeah.
Yeah, ready.
Okay.
I'll ready Charm Person for if they wake up, I guess.
Okay.
I lean over to Leif and I whisper, and I point towards where the rags are, and I say, "She's down there. Maybe if you could go get them while we stay watch, and are ready to charm them at the slightest indication."
But there's a dog in there, Kareus. Go with him.
Shit. Okay. Just be careful. And I start leading Leif over there.
Actually, I'll stay at the window, because then I can motion to them. I'll keep an eye on everyone where I am currently.
Okay.
Can I find somewhere to sort of tuck myself away better, so I'm not just out in the middle?
Yeah, there's like a dark corner that you can go to.
Okay, yeah, I'll go in there.
May I retcon and say prepare animal friendship instead?
Yep. You haven't cast your prepared spell yet, so you can hold that at the ready.
Okay. So I start pulling back the makeshift rug for me and Leif.
Roll some stealth for me.
Both of us?
Whoever's moving the rags.
Leif, how good is your stealth?
My stealth. I have a +4.
Oh, you pull back the rug.
Okay. Leif starts carefully pulling back the rug.
Alright.
You guys don't hate me. I'm gonna. I rolled a 6.
Oh.
As in I rolled a 2 and got 6.
Oh.
Yes.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
No,
Alright.
No.
Alright.
I'm scared.
Alright.
I'm scared.
So
Sam, don't do this.
I'm so sorry.
Kareus and Leif have a silent exchange via eyeballs about who's going to move this back. And Kareus points at Leif and it's like, you do it. I know you're stealthy. And Leif nods and starts carefully sifting all of these items. It's just kind of carefully peeling them back. And the fabric has been pretty not heavy, but it has a heft to it, so Leif kind of gets into this habit. It's getting close to the bottom, but then one of the fabrics is way lighter than expected, and it just kind of gets thrown out of their hand and lands with a soft onto the ground near the parents of the dog.
No.
And the dog eyes open and immediately sits up. And then the mother is also starting to shift and kind of push herself up.
Charm person.
Alright.
My spell DC is 13.
Okay. Do you do anything for the dog?
I still have animal friendship prepared, so animal friendship. Spell save DC is 13.
So the dog sits up immediately and the mother starts to shift. They immediately cast Charm Person on the mother, and Kareus immediately casts Animal Friendship on the dog, and you all kind of are frozen for a second. What? Oh shit. Oh no. And the dog, I'll do one and then the other. So the dog stares at Kareus for a second, it was all bristled and ready, and then it kind of slowly relaxes and tilts its head, and then slowly lays down again. Still watching you, but looking a lot more relaxed, and its tail thumps a little bit on the ground.
Aww.
And then, so the mother, the sparkles get cast onto her, and she blinks her eyes a couple times.
It's honestly, there isn't a physical effect to her. I just sort of reach my hand out, and then I sort of close my fist and twist my wrist, just I'm grabbing onto something. And that's just all I do in the background, and there's just there isn't anything visible on her, but I reach out and I do that.
Then she was looking up towards where the rat came from, so Leif and Kareus are able to see this. She kind of looks up, and then out of your peripherals you're able to see they do the hand motion, and then you see her pupils dilate, and she kind of smiles as she sits up and is rubbing her eyes, and she says, "Oh, hi, how'd y'all get in here?" As her husband is kind of shifting around at the sound of her voice.
I'll just put my finger up to my lips towards, because she's not facing me, but to Kareus and Leif. She's facing them, right?
Yeah.
Just be I'll just put my hand up and my finger up to my lips and motion to them that they should do that, and keep her quiet and be it's a secret.
Oh, okay.
She goes, oh, am I supposed to, are we supposed to be quiet? Is that how we do it?
Leif nods and he's like, this is supposed to be a surprise for your husband, don't say it.
Can you speak up for the podcast? I can't hear what you're saying.
Oh, sorry.
Stage whisper.
This is a surprise for your husband. Please be quiet.
Yeah, that's a stage whisper, yeah.
Surprise for your husband. Leif actually sounds very manly, but I just don't know how to do it.
The manliest whisper of all time.
Oh my god. Okay. So, she goes, oh, and she like very carefully like kind of sits up a bit more. She turns and she gives her husband like a little kiss on the forehead and pats his arm, and he kind of relaxes as though going deeper into sleep. And she gets up and she like kind of goes over to you and she's like, what kind of surprise? What are we doing, huh?
I'll sort of like motion my hand to come over to where I am.
He's just like awkwardly pointing at her.
And when she turns to look, I'll motion my hand as well and just like keep a finger up to my lip in like the shh motion, but then I'll like move my hand in a way that like beckons her over to where I am.
Okay, she goes, oh, okay. And she like kind of goes over, keeping quiet, treading carefully, doing what you're telling her to do.
Is there an area in the house that's like further away from the bed, or is the bed in like the middle?
The bed's kind of like middle-ish off to one side. You're probably the way that I've been picturing it is that the window is like away from where the mattress is, so you've already kind of guided her to a further away corner.
Okay. As I'm sitting there, I'm like, they're trying to set up a surprise thing. It was meant to be a surprise for both of you, but you woke up, so now it's best if you don't like see it while we're setting it up.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but while since you're up and everything, we might as well just like, I don't know, I'll keep you distracted so you like don't see what they're setting up.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, it'll be a nice big surprise.
Exactly. Can I sort of like guide the conversation in a way that like I'm trying to seem like I'm like interested in what's going on with her own life. I'm like, how are you? And like continuously whispering, but I'm also trying to figure out like why she has the girl here, like what they're planning and like why they have her.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll say that this is happening alongside with Kareus and Leif. So we'll pause and then I'll get back to doing that. But just for right now. So meanwhile, Kareus and Leif, you have gotten the board. You have unearthed the tunnel.
Okay, so we creep on in there. I guess.
Oh, real quick, hang on, Alex. Do you still look like Miss Orc?
Oh, could I drop that as soon as she woke up?
Yeah.
I feel like it would be weird if I was charming her and it's just her.
She's like, this is the weirdest dream I've ever had.
Wow. Could I actually, instead of looking like myself, could I change as soon as she like sits up and turns around? Could I make myself look like a half elven woman with like darker skin, like curlier hair?
Just someone that she doesn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, the tunnel is unearthed.
Do we have to roll stealth or can we just creep on in there?
You can creep on in there. I'll use the same, like, you've done a lot to get this far. I'll just let you get into that tunnel.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we head on inside, still being careful, and we start looking around for her, I guess? Is it just one room?
Yeah, it's one room. It has like some like kind of storage stuff, and then you can see her towards the end. She has her wrists tied together and her ankles tied together, like her wrists in front of her, and she's lying on what looks to be another kind of like makeshift mattress, with some pillows and whatnot that you would assume may have been in like whatever carriage she was riding in. She has like a blanket, and then she seems to be asleep, and the other dog is asleep kind of near her, not quite like...
God, I forgot there was a dog in here.
Yeah, there's a dog in here. I'll say that you don't need to roll stealth again until you like try to sneak up closer to the dog/girl. But yeah, the other dog is also like asleep down there, kind of like near her.
So Leif looks at Kareus and he's like, "Now what do we do? What do we do about this other wolf in here?"
I can prepare another animal friendship and we can just sneak up to the girl and try and untie her and hope for the best.
Okay.
If you want, I can do the sneaking if you want to stay here to in case something goes wrong.
No, I think since you're the one that is being prepared to deal with the wolf, I will try and deal with the girl.
That sounds good.
Okay. So, Leif tries to sneak closer to go and untie her.
And Kareus is watching the wolf like a fucking hawk.
Alright, roll stealth.
Okay. I'm so scared after my screw up from last time. I got 15.
All right. So you're approaching, you're being so careful, so gentle, way gentler than you were before with the fabric after that fright that you all had to go through. But, like, just as you're kind of approaching, you see the dog's eyes open, and he starts to growl a bit.
Animal friendship again!
So you immediately cast it, but the dog does not seem to regard either of you as a friend, and it growls a bit louder as it's getting up onto its feet, and the girl starts stirring as well, waking up to the sound of the dog growling.
Fuck.
Okay. Oh my god, wait. I need to think.
You can always try it again. The last dog is outside. And I still have one spell slot for Charm Person.
And I feel like once we're out of the house and, like, running, I feel like we'll be okay.
Alright, I try animal friendship one last time.
Alright. Let me roll that again. Okay, so it's getting up onto its feet, it's growling, it's getting ready to bark, and you cast it again. And this time it kind of, like, looks past Leif at Kareus, and its head tilts a little bit, and it stops growling, and it sits down and starts happily panting.
I feel like it looks like Kareus just, like, holds his hand out, like when you're trying to get a dog to, like, stay, and his eyes glow, and he meets the dog's eyes, and that's when the spell happens. While Leif is untying the girl, Kareus is definitely putting the dog.
Yeah, once Leif realizes that Kareus has handled the situation, he gets to untying the girl.
Okay. She wakes up kind of fully.
I make the motion to shh, and then I kind of whisper to try and reassure her. I'm like, we were sent here by someone we know to save you. But we have to be quiet because we do not want to wake up the family and cause any more alarm. Stay calm. I promise we are not here to harm you.
Okay.
and then I untie her arms first, and then she seems, well, obviously she's still going to be freaked out, but she seems calmer now, right?
Yeah, she still seems really apprehensive, but she doesn't. You're not the people that have been holding her hostage, so she seems a bit more willing to trust you.
Okay, so I remove the restraints on her arms, and then I take the gag off.
Okay, while that is happening, Vey is still talking with Miss Orc.
What an interesting story. That's how you settled up in this valley with your husband there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what the fuck was her voice? She's southern. Southern.
She was whispering, so I don't know.
She was whispering southern.
I don't think that was the voice.
Oh yeah, like we used to own a nice little house. You know, it was really nice. It had actually been in my husband's family for a few generations, and we had this really nice farmland. But you know, the Maid family just they decided that they wanted to do some expansions, and you know, we couldn't really keep the house once the nobles decided that they were gonna need that land, and we thought that they might give us like something so that we could come and set up somewhere else, but unfortunately they decided that wasn't really an option. So we just kind of had to move out. We didn't really have any way to move in to any particular place, so we kind of just found this kind of no man's land, and it's not the best for farming, but you know, we get through, we survive, and that's better than if we were just living out in some city streets, probably.
That's very true. I'm really sorry to hear that happened to you. I will say I'm quite curious. Why did you have that girl?
Oh, she's one of the maid noble ladies. And we thought that, you know, it's really not anything that we wanted to do, but we really don't want to give little Mogan Hig some real bad place that they have to inherit. Nothing at all, just a bunch of dirt. So we unfortunately made the decision that we were gonna hold her for some ransom so that maybe we could get a bit of recompense for the land that they took from us. So maybe we can actually find a place to stay, an actual home, you know?
Oh my god.
Oh.
The thing with nobles, from my time as being rich, do I know if they would usually just send people to kill the family? Like, did I hear any stories about that as a kid or anything?
Yeah, it's probably definitely something that has happened. It would depend on the family, but that is a common thing.
Yeah. I will tell you this because, we're friends and everything. But in the past I've known people who have done this exact thing, and all it's done is get the nobles to send hirelings to kill the people who kidnapped their daughters or cousins or nieces, nephews, whatever. So that's perhaps not the best option. This is probably, something like a stealthy approach is probably the best thing that you could hope for. Usually this would lead in like an all-out fight, but I don't think you deserve anything like that. You're good people here. I think you're just driven to bad deeds. So, I'll go in my pack and I'll take out 5 gold. And I keep it in a pouch and I say, "Be quiet. This was supposed to be part of the gift for you, but I'll give it to you now because you're good people and you really don't deserve what happened to you. I've always seen it as my kind of job to like deal with things in the background, and I think this is, this is good." And I'll hand over 5 gold pieces to her, and I'll keep a finger from my lips for her not to like make any sounds or anything. Just be like, "This is the best possible outcome, and we don't think hurting you is a good idea. We took every precaution not to." And I hand over the gold.
She takes the gold and she looks really emotional as she's kind of holding it. And then she says, "Wait, you were gonna possibly hurt us during the surprise?"
No, I'm just saying that the people that you took the girl from, they could have.
Yes. Yeah, we'll probably have to find a new place then.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we'll have to let it go in the morning. And head out somewhere else. Well, it's a good thing that you were here to tell me about that. I really.
Yeah, that's.
Could have been real bad.
Yeah, it really could have been. Do I know any place that has like good farming areas? In like my travels, did I hear of anything that's like nice to settle down in that's like easier than this barren landscape?
Ethos is known as the good farming land, although that is across the continent.
Yeah.
In Ushadal, probably southwest corner of Ushadal would probably be the best place to go. It would be a bit of a travel from where they're currently living, but if they don't want to leave Ushadal, that would be probably the better area.
I'll just give her a couple of options of where she could maybe settle down with her kids and be like, "Yeah, the area is really great. Like there's a bunch of kids and like the farming land is pretty good. You can go like super far away or you can sort of like stay like a little bit closer, less difficult to get to, but maybe less profitable. I think you could really make a good living, but maybe not through this again."
Oh yeah, we don't want to be doing anything like this again, especially considering what you said about the murder.
Yeah, the nobles. Yeah, nobles aren't good people.
I've noticed.
Yeah. They act like they're like, "Ah, yes, I'm making this new tax for the people so we can build roads," but then no roads change and there's still bandits out there.
Indeed,
And they
indeed.
just sort of, and they're just like, "Ah, yes, give me more grain," and then they use that for like a banquet when like there's people starving, and it's really bad. It's bad.
I'll say that it's about this time that Kareus and Leif and the woman are able to kind of get out of the hole. The noble woman looks extremely freaked out to see the orc lady awake.
I'll just do a thumbs up, and then I'll be like, maybe you should go back to bed, and then we'll sort of like... Actually, wait. I'll motion for them to get out of the room first to make their way out, and I'll just kind of keep her distracted and be like, don't look, they're carrying some of the surprise out. They need to do another trip back here. Just keep looking at me.
Are you going out through the window or through the front door?
Probably window, 'cause the dog.
Yeah, and we don't have any stuff left to deal with the dog.
Yeah, I can try another charm person on the dad if you guys wake him up, but it won't be that bad.
Alright. Then roll stealth. You don't have it at disadvantage just because 2 of them are already awake and they're amicable, so it'll just be the one
Cool.
for the dad.
Okay, stealth again. Please don't fail me.
I got a 9.
I got a dirty 20.
And then, what order are people leaving?
Did the girl roll stealth too?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. Probably the girl first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll escort her out first.
Okay, so it's girl, Leif, Kareus?
Yes.
Okay. So, she gets out and she moves like a whisper in the wind. She is so quiet. She's good.
She's just so ready to go home.
And then, Leif is not even a whisper in the wind. It's just the wind. Slipping out even quieter. So Kareus starts to head out, but then slips a little bit and falls out of the window, making a quiet sound, which then startles the father a bit as he sits up.
Charm person.
Oh my god!
Please fail.
He looks over to you and he says, honey, I didn't know that we were having guests over this late at night. What are you doing?
Shh. It's a surprise. Go back to bed. We're trying to do a surprise for you. Shh.
She nods to they and says, honey, it's a surprise. I didn't even know about it. And she like goes over to bed and kind of like lays down and pets the wolf as she does. Now we're supposed to go to bed. It's gonna be a surprise in the morning, apparently. And she like looks over to Vay and like gives you like a thumbs up with like a smile, like yeah. You're the best. And then she looks back at him and is like, also, we have something to talk about regarding our little plan. We can talk about it in the morning.
Yeah. How much gold did Kareus, did you make it out of the window?
He is currently face first on the floor outside, not moving because he made a sound.
Okay, since both of them, everyone in this main room is our friend now, I'll still try and be like stealthy so I don't wake up the kids and everything, but they're kind of are they going back to bed now, like laying down and like trying to fall back asleep?
Yeah, they're all kind of like huddled up talking like kind of quietly but not really paying attention to you anymore.
Yeah, okay. Wow, the way this has went is really just not how I expected it to. Yeah, but Kareus and Leif, I'll just sort of like, Kareus on the ground when you get up, I'll be like, they were displaced by nobles and everything, and they need to run now because nobles might try and murder them. If you have any gold to spare, that'd be great. I already gave 5, but if you have any gold to spare, then it kind of be nice if we can not make their lives hell. You know?
Kareus, like, immediately hands over another 5 gold.
Do you want to ask the other 2 just in case we could do a full-on... We can give them a bunch of money, of our own money.
This noble lady has just escaped being kidnapped and is watching you all pool money together for her kidnappers.
To help them!
It's so funny.
It's fine, she's a noble. She can suck it up.
Honestly.
I like throw 2 gold at whoever comes over to give to the lady as well.
After hearing the story, if that happens, Jerome will contribute 5 gold.
I don't know if I have any money.
What is money?
You had, like, some from your background,
Oh, I didn't check what I started with.
which might just be 5?
Yeah, I'll just hand over my 5. Whatever
Cool.
I have.
We're gonna get more money soon anyways for completing this job,
Yeah.
So it was
just
5 from Leif, 5 from Jerome, 5 from Kareus, and then 2 for Snow?
Yeah. So 17?
Yeah, 17. 17 gold plus my 5, so 22 gold.
So they do get a surprise in the morning.
They do
Yeah.
get I was gonna leave it kind of where you guys were going.
You should write them a note.
I was gonna say, like, I'd take out a piece of paper and just write, like, sorry, I'm sorry I sorry we used spells, because she'll know once we leave that there's a spell used.
Yeah.
Both of them will. They'll know that I charmed them, but I'll be like, sorry that I used a spell. This is 22 gold in total, and then in, like, a little bracket plus the amount I gave you. With the amount I gave you included. I hope that you have good fortune in your future endeavors. We won't be narcs and tell who you are. Signed, the Vox.
We're a fucking narc.
And yeah, and then I just leave it by the hole and be like, and then on the back I write, P.S. Please don't kidnap anyone or commit more crimes. I don't want you guys to die. Smiley face with the little elf ears.
That's beautiful!
That's so cute!
That says so much about Bay's character that nobody has known until this point.
Bay, I love you!
Surprise, she's not a bitch all the time. Then I just leave it and I go through the window, as probably Leif has already left. And then I'll wave goodbye.
I won't make you roll for stealth since they're like
Okay.
they're all aware, so you're fine.
They all know I'm crawling around their house.
And they're like, oh, that's just what our friend does.
She's just quirky like that.
She's just quirky. Oh my god, that could have gone so badly.
Let's go back to the carriage now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go to the carriage and leave very quickly. Because Charm Person lasts an hour.
All right, so I'll say that you all got away. I assume that you took like the wide berth so you didn't disturb the other dog who just has no idea
Yeah.
that people just broke into his home. He's just completely unaware. His brothers will tell him tomorrow, and
Yeah.
he'll be like, "What? And you didn't wipe their faces off?"
Yeah. But his brothers will be like, yeah, our friends came over because they're charmed for 24 hours.
And he'll just be like, "Who? Nobody knocked on the door."
Aw, no, I didn't get pets.
Oh.
Okay. And so then I'll say that you all were able to get back to your camp for the night, and the lady maid is just like, "What was that? What? Who are you?"
I feel like Vay is just exhausted from doing so much talking with the person already. She just sort of like sits in the cart as we go. I'm just like, ugh.
I guess I'll go over to her and be like, it's okay. What was the name of the guy that, like, we got the job from?
Gilly.
Gilly, right. I go and sit beside her. I'm just like, Gilly sent us to come find you. We're here to take you back.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Can we get you anything? I'm sure you were in some terrible conditions. Do you need food? Do you need water? Anything like that?
No, I'm okay. They kept me well fed and hydrated. It was mostly just uncomfortable sleeping like that.
Yeah, understandable. If you would like to go, like, lie down or just find a comfy place to sit in the carriage, you're more than welcome to. We should hopefully be back to Gilly in just a few days.
Yes, thank you. She lays down in the cart, taking up a bit more space just because like she's lying down, but she drips off fairly quickly.
As we're traveling, should I keep a disguised self on to look like the girl, just in case anyone else tries something? So then they don't know, and then maybe I'm taken instead?
I mean, to be fair, she was taken because of, like, a personal reason with that family, so I don't necessarily think anything more will happen.
I feel like I just want to do it just to freak her out, too.
The true intentions come out.
Yeah.
Alright, man, have fun.
Yeah, I'll do it once we, like, I guess, are we just gonna ride through the night? Maybe get, like, 4 hours away and then probably rest so we get our spells back and stuff? Or I guess one person could drive the carriage for now and then other people can sleep.
I can drive. I've done nothing so far.
Jerome will keep Snow company because
Sounds
that's
good.
kind of what they've been doing this.
Yeah, we'll just hang out more.
Yeah, did y'all do anything during that whole like expedition? I didn't really like pause to check in with y'all.
We were just hanging out, basically.
We were just chilling.
Yeah, having a good time.
I like the idea of us like making sure like the girl is comfortable and everything, but otherwise being really cold.
Yeah.
We like, don't actually want to help
It's like you
her.
destroyed their land, you asshole. How could you?
Like, we know what you did.
So nothing really eventful happens on your way back. I'm not really one of those DMs that then is like, and so on your way back, one of you dies.
I mean, with Jerome, it's
Yeah,
possible.
does Jerome have to roll his saves?
Jerome does have to do that, so.
Alright, let's hope I manage to heal up by the time we get back to town.
So it's a 3-day trip, so you need to do it 3 times. Unless you save twice, then you don't have to do it the 3rd time, because that's your 3 saves.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that I give him resistance for each one.
So wait, what does the resistance do?
Give you an extra d4.
Right, okay. So, that's 14.
Nope, not quite.
Wait, no, that was without the d4. I need to roll the d4. 17?
Alright, good. That's the 2nd save.
Oh, thank God. Alright, 16?
Alright, you're cured.
Whoa!
Thank God.
No more scone.
No more stuff.
No more. Well, they're all burned. Remember, we destroyed
Yes,
them.
but no more buying it.
No more buying scones.
You'll have to stop him.
You're banned from seeing Simone, Jerome.
Yes.
No, he's a cool guy. It's fine.
So,
Quiet.
3 uneventful, and y'all are able to get back A-okay.
Yeah, we'll bring her right to Gilly, I guess.
Alright.
Maybe we should ask her before we bring her to Gilly not to be a snitch.
Yeah.
Well, I think that the orcs, it's been 3 days. They probably would have cleared out by now, because, like, the orc woman does remember everything that happened during the charming.
Mm-hmm.
So she probably knows that they'll probably send people after them. Once you know, we could like ask her, but I don't think she's actually gonna not say like it was these orc people in so and so location. Here's the coordinates.
Plus, if we try and defend them, that might put a bad name on us.
Very true.
Fair enough.
Already gave them gold. I feel like being like, don't hurt them, even though they kidnapped you and held you for like days.
We can just say that they were a random group of trolls.
Well, the girl knows.
I mean, she might also be racist, so she
Exactly.
might think they're trolls too.
Can we just like Can we just say that we give it back and like ask if they can like contract us instead of like?
Yeah, you
playing
guys
it out?
don't need to like roleplay it if you don't want to.
Cool. Just say Leif went ahead and did it.
Okay, yeah.
He tells you that he's already hired security beforehand because he knew that she was already kidnapped and therefore he made the accommodations early.
Valid.
But he thanks you and he pays you your 50 gold for the party.
Woo!
Cool.
Nice.
There's 5 of us right now. Cool. So
Yeah.
10 each.
Ooh.
Yay!
We made back our gold, everybody.
I mean, we made more gold.
Yay!
Wink,
5
wink.
extra for most people. Do we get like a letter to like show that we finished the job when we go back to the Mercenaries Guild, or is it just like known that we took it and when we go back it's done?
I'm sure that there's an in-game explanation, but we're just gonna go video game logic of quest completed check mark.
We did it! We go back and we're like, we completed it, thumbs up, give us another one.
Get a little punch on your punch card.
Yay!
We get all these points. Woo!
Critically Chaotic is a Dungeons & Dragons podcast brought to you by the following people. The DM is Xaan, who can be found as @Xandir on all platforms. They is played by Alex, who simply cannot be found. Snow is played by Bean, aka Alexa, who can be found in a variety of ways, but mainly @Alexandra_Jaden on Twitter. Kareus is played by Kian, who can be found as @LostFanboy on most platforms. Jerome is played by Lady, who writes, quote, "And that's all you get, you dirty gremlins." Mogan is played by Queen, who chooses not to be located at this time or ever. Leif is played by Selah, also known as Strawberry online, who can be found as @_strawberrymilk on Twitter. The theme song is Melody by Emery. If you would like to support Critically Chaotic, please consider leaving a 5-star review and following us on whatever podcast listening platform you are currently using. You can find us @CritChaoticPod on Twitter with no underscores, where we post updates and retweet fan content. For any other platform you would like to see us on, please look in the description. We will see you next week for the continuing adventures of Vox Anima. Have a great week, everyone.
Did I not know how to stage whisper? My years of theater is making me cringe at all of this.
You gotta, force your voice out.